You are now tuning into The Vibe with Your Boys podcast. Starring Kyle the Kid and Mega the Boy. Yeah, dig?
Now, going over the Certified Lover Boy. Tight stuff, I mean, Drake. Before we get into this project, I'm going to say, with my expectations, and then I'll give, my thoughts afterward. I was expecting Drake for this to be the classic. I was just classic album because Drake has nothing but the same. Take Care. People debate whether which one is his classic album. Take Care. He won the Grammy for, but unlike some of his peers like Kendrick, who has Good Kid, Mad City, or J. Cole, who has Forest Hills Drive, and then of course we're not even gonna mention the Kanye and Jay-Z's who have the bona fide classics, multiple. Drake hasn't gotten his world renowned yet, so
even Wale got a classic.
What you say?
Album About Nothing.
I'm About Nothing. Yeah, that's a classic. Yeah, Wale definitely. We were like hoping that Drake can get his guaranteed to everybody come to a agreement and unison about, and that's what I was hoping for from Certified Lover Boy. Bit with anticipation. The poster drop in January. Some things happened to Drake. Injured, COVID, life, whatever it may seem. We finally got it in September 3rd. At this point, it's been about 4 days since we got the project. I had a chance to sit with Donda a bit longer, being that Donda came out on Sunday, and I was listening to it all the way up to Friday the whole week. Like, that's the only thing I was listening to. But we're going to get into it. Certified Lover Boy Drake. And here's our review. Let's start off track 1. You got Champagne Poetry. Poetry. Drake always comes through with his intros. And I would say not my favorite intro, but still a great intro. He kept the intro streak alive. How are you feeling about Champagne Poetry from your end?
It was solid. I got it 5th in all his intros, but it was solid.
Yeah. Is that like off 5th intro off his, like, as far as just his albums or just projects concerned?
His albums.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, number 2, Poppy's Home. Cool song. I actually like that song a lot.
I like it. You say very toxic though.
You say you like it?
Very disrespectful. I should say.
Talk about it.
I just like Poppy's Home. It's like I guess it's like what
I heard you.
It's like, okay, I understand like Daddy's Home and all that, whatever. But it's like Poppy's Home, and what he's talking about in the song, like you just said, I know that I hurt you and all that. I'm like, very Drake-ish.
I was a child trying to be a man.
Very. When I heard that line, I bust out laughing, bro. I was thinking about that nigga Keenan, whatever his name is. I'm just a young black man.
Keaton Bryant.
Bro, I died laughing, bro. But yeah, man. Cool song.
Yeah, the track in itself is just talking about Drake, taking his time off from, dropping his album and things like that, and, leaving the people in the rap game, some of them that he considers his sons, I guess abandoned and things like that. And he got the sample, which I didn't know Montel Jordan, the guy that made This Is How We Do It, is actually the guy singing that song, and it's about, a father abandoning his child. And, and now he's back saying, Daddy's home. And Drake, goes in, gives his one verse over the sample, nice smooth track, and he, kind of cuts it off and like, don't let me make you get your mama, and Nicki Minaj comes in. I like that aspect of it. It's like a comedy effect to that part.
I'm glad Nicki wasn't really featured on it. She was just on that part.
Yeah, and then he told like Look at Me Junior and things like that. Just a really like sunning album to those who he may consider his son. So smooth track, I like it a lot. Girls Want Girls featuring Little Baby, smooth track.
One of my favorite songs on the album.
For real?
Probably right behind 7 a.m.
But for real, you like it that much? Like
just, like you said, it's a smooth track. It just flowed perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's talking his shit on it. He's talking shit. Girls like girls where I'm from, and I'm from Broward. Girls like girls.
Drake had me thinking he was from Broward.
Bro, like this is a perfect song.
Relatable track, and that's what I say with Drake. You feel me? And me and him could not have any more different lives.
Yeah.
Any more different lives. I mean, it's about $100 million difference.
You remember, you know what he said. Don't listen to what they the numbers are off. So they probably
the numbers are off. So it could be a $200 million difference.
Maybe 3.
But somehow, with our different lives, he always finds ways to like stuff you can relate to.
Yeah.
You feel me? In his songs. So yeah,
And then Lil Baby came in and just took it over.
Lil Baby, yeah, nice feature. Hold on, did Lil Baby was on Donda? No. Okay. Okay. I thought
Lil Durk was on Donda.
Yeah, I thought I was tripping. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Lil Baby, cool feature. Yeah, smooth track, very smooth track. I like it. In the Bible featuring Giveon and Lil Durk. What were your thoughts about that one?
One of my least favorite songs.
One of your least favorite ones? Okay. So here's the thing, right? I like In the Bible, but I like it Drake's part. Yeah. And then Lil Durk, you know, Lil Durk had the shock value. He shouted out his girl India's company. You know, that was a cool little part. And Giveon came in the end, but you know,
I'll be honest though, Drake had to put that verse on the album though, because he said,
yeah,
you gotta respect that. The man came on, he said, look, fuck
and you
that.
can't tell him to change it.
I'm gonna shout my girl company out. Drake album gonna do millions, whatever. So I'm just gonna shout my girl shit out. Billions. Come on, bro. Like when you listen to that shit, Drake gotta be like, all right, we're gonna put it on this shit.
Yeah. Even if you wasn't a fan of this verse,
we're gonna put it on this shit. You got to, out of respect.
Yeah.
Especially I had to laugh and now cry later shit last year. Shit went crazy, so you know.
Yeah. And Giveon, he kind of Giveon part was nice, but it's kind of like
I think that song was forced.
I'm trying to figure out how to explain it, but Giveon ended up suffering due to Lil Durk, me not liking his verse, for me, and then coming afterwards. But the whole track is kind of another funny track to me. Drake arguing with the girl that, you know, kind of like turns up too much and argues too much, and him also saying that I smash a lot of girls too, but you know, so what? Judge me, take me to trial. It is what it is. You want to turn up every day. It don't say that in the Bible. It's like, it's funny to the point is we're like, you know how to the ends what you got to be with a girl, but just throw the Bible out there, bro. Like, you don't even go to church. You don't even go to church. You don't even go to church, but you don't even say that in the Bible, girl. Calm down. Like, yeah, relax. You're doing too much. Let's start going to Bible study on Wednesdays and get back to the roots, because you're doing too much. But cool track. Yeah, I get what you mean. But I'm in the middle of it. You feel me? Sometimes I'm listening to it. I get after Drake part, I just go to the next song.
Every time I listen to an album and I listen to it, that's the only album I've been listening to for the last 3-4 days.
Same.
I mean, I listened to the song like 2-3 times, and when you were playing in the car, but I never.
Yeah, good song. Love All featuring Jay-Z. Now, this was an anticipated track. A lot of people know it as Lotta 42. It got leaked months ago, like probably towards the top of the year, and I believe it also had a full extended version that seemingly got cut down and got replaced with Jay-Z's part. But what is your thoughts about track number 5, Love All?
I like the song, but I'll have a take on it later.
You have a take on it later? Okay. So you don't want to talk about Jay-Z's part? Okay.
No, we can talk about Jay-Z's part. Jay-Z did his thing. Jay-Z came on, and Jay-Z, I don't know who Jay-Z was talking about, but they got Jay-Z fucked up. Yeah, I think because Jay-Z a billionaire, and I'm not the same Sean that you knew back from Marcy's project. I got a couple billions night, and I know where the fuck you live. I like that. I like that talk.
Talking about people who hanging with people that wanted to kill him.
Yeah, like,
and
they
like
wanted to kill me. You want me? You friends with them? You want me to be friends with you?
You think it's stuff sweet?
Jay-Z said the most rawest shit. Jay-Z said, "I could have got you killed or touched, whatever."
Yeah.
But that takes fucking discipline. I didn't.
It's like something I could have built with you instead of destroy you, but I take discipline. And I
could have fucking destroyed you, but you know, so
he was just going in, you know.
Jay-Z did his thing. Even though, you know, last Jay-Z song we got with Drake was the worst song I ever heard in life. And I heard a lot of bad songs.
Whoa. You said the Drake featuring Jay-Z Talker was one of the worst songs you heard in life?
Worst songs I ever. I can't, you know, I compare that song to Kevin Hart, What Now Special. Was it What Now? No, Irresponsible.
Yeah.
I think that was the last one, Irresponsible.
I think so, yeah.
I can't finish watching it. Like, I try to watch it over and over. I be bored. I try to watch it, and I get through the first 5 minutes. I'm like, I can't do this. And that's how I felt about that song. After the first minute, I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I feel like they went back to their roots, even though I would have want a more deeper, like, back and forth song with Jay-Z and Drake. And hopefully we could get it one year or one day. But it was a cool song, though. Yeah, I think they did what they were supposed to do.
And whoever pissing Jay... Yeah, it was a cool song. And whoever pissing Jay-Z off, leave him alone.
You know where you live, bro.
Leave him alone.
You know where you live.
He got billions. Relax.
1 or 2.
No.
And I know people that will knock you off for way less than 5,000. So best believe $1 billion will knock you and your wife off. And your kids. I don't leave the kids out of it. But sometimes you gotta send a message.
Oh.
Sometimes you gotta send a message.
Oh, no doubt. No doubtery. Fair Trade featuring Travis Scott. This was another song that Drake himself dropped a snippet of it that I was waiting for a lot. And nice moves track added Travis Scott. Travis Scott, I must say, I would have preferred for this to not feature anybody, but Travis didn't do it bad. Travis did a good job on this song.
Travis slid on this
and he did good on
Travis is another one I put in the Party Next Door category. Not Party Next Door. Playboy Cardi category. I never understood the hype, but he definitely went stupid on his track.
And when you think about it, Drake and Travis is 3 for 3.
But yeah,
Company, Sicko Mode, and now this. So, hey.
But like, cool it with all the joint albums. Though. Y'all can cool it though. Cool it. I'm hearing joint albums with Travis and Drake. Y'all cool it with that. I'm not trying to hear that shit. But cool it. Keep giving me the one song.
But they 3 for 3 though.
That's fine. Make it 4 for 4, 5 for 5. You don't got to try to go 8 for 8, 9 for 9. Just keep giving me the one every couple of years. It's vibe. Cool it.
Very cool track from Drake. Everybody's repeating that one-liner. I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. And some people feeling it due to, I guess, what they've been through. And
nigga be sliding over. That nigga be snapping over.
Yeah. Some people feeling it in their soul based, I guess, what they've been through. Some people like, you guys are tripping. It's not even that deep. It's not. Listen here. Listen, because I've been seeing on Twitter all weekend about, oh my God, Drake fans are so annoying. You guys are acting like he said something so deep or acting like he said something that was so complicated. It's not about that. When Drake says something in certain songs, it's like he says it a certain way that it's like, damn. And then it's also by what a person goes through. I mean, shit, y'all be listening to bullshit anyway. I'm not going, you feel me? So it's like, if Drake music not for you, it's just not for you. That's all I can say what it is. You feel me? It hit people different. Sometimes people do be dragging it though.
And I got to take on that too at the
People
end.
do be dragging it. People do be dragging it, like, making TikTok videos. Oh my gosh. And they hit the Google and hit it up. I'm like, okay, it's not that deep. Y'all doing too much. But Fair Trade definitely hit for me. There's a lot of things I identify with in that song. Cool song. On to track number 7, Way Too Sexy, Future and Young Thug. What are your thoughts on that?
I like that song.
You like it?
And the perfect Drake album, this song should not be nowhere near the album. But after I took in this album for what it was, I think that song was necessary.
Okay. So, Way Too Sexy. I must say, when I first heard this song, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I hated it. I hated it. I'm like, bro, I never want to hear this. If I never hear a Drake Future and Young Thug song, because I didn't like the one that was on Dark Lane Demo Tapes. I didn't like that one. And then I hit it, and I didn't like this one too. But then I like the music video dropped, I think the day after the album, or the same day later on. And I'm like, okay, it's cool. It's cool. Like, I can see this being played in like the clubs, strip clubs. But me personally, you don't have to worry about me playing this song. Me personally. It's a cool song though. I don't hate it. But I'll never play it though.
I like it.
In the club, in the strip club, I'll bop to it. You feel me? It's a cool song. It's fun.
And I don't know if I like
Cool
it. I
song.
just like Drake part when he said, "Oh, okay, all right." That shit just go hard to me. Like, he came on stupid. But
Yeah,
I mean, that song shouldn't be on any, like, my Perfect Drake album. That song should have been on there. But honestly, it has no singles. This album has no singles. It's not probably gonna have like a hit like that.
Yeah,
so
this is gonna be
song
the
was
one.
necessary
Yeah,
for the album.
this one gonna be the one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like the hit.
And I must say though, nigga, you told me you ain't like this song, but you like that bullshit. What is that shit? Birthday today. Oh, can you tell me about your birthday? That shit was fun. This nigga loved that song. He swore this song was gonna be the birthday anthem. I'm like, that shit was fucking trash, bro. So you can't say you like that song, or you think that was gonna be an anthem and you don't like this song.
Okay, so number one, I haven't listened to that song the whole year.
That's fine, but when you first heard
And
that
secondly, it's a smooth song.
you thought it was it.
It's a smooth, but I always said I never want that song to ever be on a Drake album. That's what.
Was it, right?
Huh?
You thought it was it. This nigga verbatim told me, "Oh, this right here, it's gonna be a birthday anthem."
It is every
No,
time.
the fuck it's not. I ain't never heard nobody play that shit on a birthday.
Nigga, you must not know a lot of people. 'Cause
Bro,
every time, especially for the girls, every time it's a female's birthday.
Every time.
Every time.
Oh, okay.
It might be 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Might be 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 times a year. It's your birthday.
Yes,
Take
nigga.
your clothes off.
That's not what he said.
Okay, guys. All right.
That's not what he said.
I hate you. Every time it's a birthday, I hear it's your motherfucking. What is it called? It's your birthday, bitch.
Yes.
One time, I heard that.
That's the 10 out of 10 though.
Okay, then they run it back with it's your birthday. Take me out for drinks. Okay. All right, good, cool. All right.
Why you adding stuff to the song?
Because I never heard it. I heard it 2 times, and that's because I heard it 1 time by myself, and I heard it another time because you played it. That's why I don't know the song.
It was a cool song, but it was a cool vibe song. I never wanted that to be on a Drake album. It could have been without. He could have dropped that if he wanted to just, make a birthday song.
Throw that shit away.
Or not drop it at all.
Don't drop it at all. Don't record that shit.
It don't do nothing for me. Like, it don't do nothing for me. No. You're not going to switch the narrative.
No more. It don't do nothing for you no more.
No, it's a cool song. If it comes on, I'll vibe to it.
Bro,
I'm not going to act like.
recorded you when you just played it to me.
I'm not going to act like I hate the song because I don't hate it at all.
No, I'm not saying. You didn't say it was that good, but you just swear that was going to be it. You swear that was going to be it.
I'm telling you, bro. 8 out of 10 times when it's a girl's birthday, they play that song, bro.
I hear you.
They play it, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I see it on IG stories.
Yeah, me too. That's the same place I see one time for the birthday. That's the same place I see it.
Anywho, man. Moving on to track 8, TSU. This was another track that got leaked, maybe top of the year, maybe towards the end of last year.
Maybe mid last year, bro.
Yeah, it was called People Know That's Not Around, TSU. Let me see here. Oh, so I guess that wasn't Jay Prince in the beginning.
Hold on.
I'm not sure, but I don't see Jay Prince's name on here. But yeah, cool track. Oh, what was your thoughts on number 8, TSU?
I'll give it to you at the end.
Wait till the end and give me that one. Well, I'll give my thoughts on it. I must say, even when I heard the leak, it was a cool song. I think I'm liking it more.
Yeah, you didn't really care for it.
Now that I'm hearing it, I'm liking it a bit more. But it's still just a cool track to me. But when I listen to the lyrics and even on the way here listening to it, it's like this whole album theme, Certified Lover Boy. People thought that they were gonna get the "In My Feelings" Drake, and the Drake that's gonna make you hit your ex up. Or the Drake that, just hold on, we're going home, or just, Teenage Fever, Fire and Desire. You did not get none of that Drake on this album. A track we're going to talk about in a little bit, Pipe Down, is maybe the closest song that you might have to get into your feelings, but other than that, nah. Yeah, this song we're just talking about a girl that he used to have a lot of fun with. Making porno videos. She was a stripper, but now she got morals. She, trying to change her life around. And it seemed like Drake was kind of like, come on, we trying to have some fun. But then he ended up supporting it, and he respects that the girl's trying to do better for herself. So, yeah, this is, the whole album, as far as like Drake is kind of like his toxic side or more playboy side of things, showing, why he's not ready to settle down. He's just trying to have some fun. And, Into Deep featuring Future. Now, you've been saying this in the club since we started the podcast. So, how do you feel about track 9?
I like the first part, in the club part. The second part with Future, I feel like Drake should have extended his part. Probably throw the beat underwater and start doing your little harmonizing. If you want to throw a verse in there, you could did it. I don't think the Into Deep, I couldn't do without it. At first, when I first listened to the song, I didn't realize how good the first part was until I really listened to it. I'm like, damn, I like the first part. This is the second part I was like, it kind of threw the whole song off for me. But good song though, good first part at least. I
mean, maybe as you grow with the song, you could kind of like appreciate the second part a little bit more.
I like the Into Deep part. I just don't like it together. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a beat switch up and everything though.
Yeah, but I don't like it. I feel like the what you call it, I should be able to rewind it and listen to it again and again, and then I could go to the In Too Deep. Now, granted, the In Too Deep, I wouldn't want to hear it on an album by itself. But if you want to leak it or something, like do a little leak, I'll listen to it.
Okay.
But I don't want to hear it together. It's all not for me.
I mean, overall, I like the song in general. I actually like the beat switch up, even though I do like the first part more. When, you know, I feel like the second part is kind of like a strip club song. Like,
yeah, you can leak it.
You can play in the strip club, kind of, you know. Future did
shit.
cool on it. I like him way more in the Future than the Way Too Sexy.
I can see why you're
Sorry. So, you know, cool track. Cool track. I like it. Number 10, Pipe Down. I think this song has a lot of quotables that people like. It's kind of, you know, Drake talking to a girl that he used to be with, saying how, you know, I love you more than all your niggas put together. Believe that. You know, your ex-man can't really hold a candle to me type stuff. And, you know, just toxic Drake, you feel me? Kind of, you know, seems like he has his ex on the string, doesn't want to let her go for whatever reason. And I like this song a lot. The closest song that may get you in your feelings, I feel like, on this album, but nonetheless, just a song that you listen to that's a very nice song. One of my favorites off the album. And, you know, pretty good track. Anything to add? Pipe Down, how you feel about it?
It's a cool song. I already got too much stake on it. It's a cool song, though.
Okay. Number 11, Yeeba's Heartbreak by Drake and Yeeba. This is kind of like an interlude song.
Yeah.
Cool songs. Smooth. I'm not too familiar with Yeeba's work, but I did like her vocals on this. So yeah, this is a nice track, nice smooth track. You know, not something that you're gonna go to and play, but if you're going through the album, and it hits it, you may listen to it. You may just let it run.
Oh, she white?
Yeeba, she's white. Well, you did your thing on it. You know.
Looking very Adele-ish.
Okay. Number 12, No Friends in the Industry. What was your thoughts about that song, number 12?
No, it was a cool song. I like it. I mean, I like it. Not one of my favorite songs, but not one of my least favorite songs. It's right in the middle. I listen to it if it comes on. I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it. It was a cool song. No Friends in the Industry. And then I think the reason I don't like it as much is because I feel like he left it empty. I feel like he could have kept going on it. I feel like he could have looped the beat again and just kept going on some 5-year shit. So I just think it was left empty, but it's a cool song though. It's a cool song.
Yeah, and that was my thing with this song too. Number 12, No Friends in the Industry. I felt like it was incomplete.
Yeah.
Drake, you know, he had the, you know, the catchiness, and then it was a few times I felt like he was about to go off, and then it just, you know, died back down. Even the end of the song leaves you wanting more, because it felt like he's about to just start ripping it and going off. So
and he didn't even have to switch the flow up really. He could have just kept going with the same flow. Just keep going. That's right.
Just keep running that bit.
But I'm gonna say though, Drake does that a lot to me. Like with songs, I feel like he should have kept going. He'll give you one verse, or like
even Poppy's Home.
Yeah,
in the
he'll
beginning.
give you one verse, or like I'm like, bro, keep going,
but,
bro.
Like understanding Drake and understanding like sometimes like we get leaks of songs that he never officially released. He's kind of a perfectionist sometimes in his own head, and a lot of times like he'll sit on the song. He's admitted to it. Like this is him speaking, saying that he gets a block on what to do with the song, he either just leaves it as is or he doesn't release it, even if a lot of people may view it as a great song. So it's just like, and I guess that just comes with the artistry.
Like Teenage Fever was one of my favorite songs, or like singing songs from Drake, and I feel like he should have did a second verse on there. Not a second verse, but I feel like he should have kept going on that beat. Mm-hmm. Like whether or not he gonna go underwater, but it ended too prematurely for me.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's just us as fans consuming it. Like him as the artist, you know, he could have had a block on it, you know, or sometimes you make versions and you don't like the other versions, so you know you just leave it as is. And
if he would have released something that was, you know, we're like, okay, we like this part, but we don't like this part.
Yeah, so it's win or lose, give or take. Yeah. Number 13, Knife Talk, 21 Savage and Project Pat. Now, this is how I feel about number 13. It's a cool track. It sounds like something I would hear on a 21 project. It's a cool track. The Project Pat in the beginning, you know, cool. I mess with it, but I don't feel like it needed to be there. You feel me? This is something I would definitely listen to, but when I'm listening to the album, I may skip it just because it's kind of not even the vibe of the album, really. It's just like an irregular song that just like sticks out in the album for wrong reasons. But it's a cool track. I have nothing bad to say about it. Just the fact I don't feel like it should have been there on Drake's album. Probably should have been something that went to 21's album or or whatever. But how do you feel about it?
That's one of my least favorite songs.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, that's probably one of the songs I heard the least since it came out. And I just don't like it. Like you say, it doesn't fit. I'm like, why is it there? But I must say though, you know how I said people need to cool with the Travis Scott collaboration? Yeah, I need to cool with the 21 Savage shit too. If I never, I think you said if you never hear a Future Young Thug Drake on a song again, you'll be happy. If I never hear 21 Savage on a Drake project again, I'll be happy. I love 21 Savage. I love Drake 21 Savage collabs. Let me hear it on 21 Savage project.
Or just as a little single.
Yeah.
Overall, Knife Talk, cool song. Like I said, could have definitely went without it on the project. Probably the highlight of the album, track 14, 7 a.m. on Brittle Path. What are your thoughts on that, Mega?
I mean, he was barring up. Just Drake being Drake, which is another reason why I don't like this project as much. Not because of that song, but what he was doing on that song is one of the reasons why I don't like this project as much. I feel like...
What's stopping you from doing more of that?
Exactly. But, yeah, great song. It's not too much to talk about. That's a highlight of the album. He went crazy. Talked about Kanye and stopped playing with his C's and all this extra stuff. But I'm going to say this is the last time I want you to address Kanye. Like,
on your album, definitely.
Yeah, I'm tired of it. You gave us a whole album last time. Matter of fact, you're really 4 years too late with a project. But, great song. Drake did his thing, flowed on there. Stupid bars. Like,
what would you rank it in the timestamp series, real quick? You have 9 a.m. in Dallas, 5 a.m. in Toronto, 6 p.m. in New York, 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
5 a.m. is my number one. That's the one he said, I can shoot my gun backwards.
Yeah.
That's my number one. Somebody should have got shot because of that. 7 a.m. is my second.
This one.
6 p.m. is my third. 4 p.m. in Dallas.
4 p.m.
in Calabasas is my fourth. And 9 Dallas is my fifth.
Okay.
And it's crazy because 9 a.m. in Dallas, it went crazy.
But like, and that's kind of like, it's Drake so early on in his, like, rapping is like, the maturity of his rhyming and his skills has increased. That's kind of like, I got like Thank Me Later, what I have it, like we talked about it. Because it's a great album, great 9 a.m. in Dallas, but it's just so early on. I feel like Drake has matured so much since then. But yeah. Kanye caught the bars. And one thing to note from this song, he made it like a few days before the album came out, a week before the album came out, because Kanye posted his address like a week and a half before the album came out.
He made it the day he was laughing. Yeah.
So he probably, after, because he was driving in that video, probably went home and made that, or the next day. Yeah. So that just goes to show, bro, like, people want to talk about Drake and these ghostwriters. And
I don't know if Drake got a ghostwriter, but he definitely got a thesaurus.
Thesaurus, dictionary. That's instant, bro. Like, that's instant. Like, come on, just respect his pen. That's all I gotta say when it comes to that, man. Like, great track, and I agree with your breakdown, everything you just said with the timestamp series. I agree with that. Raise My Mind, cool track. Talking about a girl that he actually wanted to be sprung over, but it just never went that way due to some of his ways. And once again, it's just Drake showing more of like his like ways of not being able to fully commit. Nothing too special about this song in general, but a cool song, nice song. Anything you want to touch on it?
No, I second that.
Yeah, cool song. Sure. Fountains, Thames. Now, Thames is like becoming like her own superstar, with the essence and
Okay, I'll say that's the worst song on the album.
Worst song on the album?
Yeah. And that says a lot because I really don't like the 21 Savage song. So that says a lot.
On the way here, I tried to listen to it because I know we about to do a review just to see if I was missing anything. I don't think I made it 20 seconds in.
Oh, very irresponsible-ish.
Yeah. And I'm mad at you, Drake, because this was a force.
He's mad.
This was a force, bro. You did not have to do that, bro. If you wanted to put Thames on there, bro, you could have had a nice background vocals. She could have been on another different type of song where she just added something to it, but you did not have to do that, bro. You start with the art inclusivity, but the people who like this type of music, I'm sure they're not even blinking twice at this song. Like they got a billion other songs to listen to for the people who like this type of music. Like, you did this for no reason, bro. And yeah, cut it out. Like, it's not a speckle of Afro beats on this song at all. And he literally chose to put this on this album. I don't know why, but yeah.
Cut it out.
Number 17, Get Along Better, featuring Ty Dolla $ign. Like this song, very smooth song. I would say, still wouldn't even get me my feelings. A Toxic song. Drake is talking about him getting along better with the girl that he used to deal with, Friend. Smooth song. Anything you wanted to touch on with this song?
One of my least favorite songs on the album. Not a bad song, I just don't care for it.
Yeah, okay. I don't know that, but smooth song. You Only Live Twice, number 18, featuring Lil Wayne and Rick Ross. How you feel about this track?
I mean, as far as the Rick Ross Drake collaborations go, definitely one of my least favorite collaborations. But I'm gonna say it's a good song though. It just doesn't hit for me as much. Lil Wayne did go stupid on it, and Rick Ross verse, it was straight, but it just doesn't hit for me as much. It was a cool song. Actually, I like it, but it's just not what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, and I guess it's kind of Drake and Lil Wayne being their own worst enemy. I mean, Drake and Rick Ross being their own worst enemy, being that we've had, such great collaborations from them in the past. But I don't want to diminish this song because I like it. I mean, they barred up on it. Ross, Ross is going to deliver a good verse. Drake, nice verse as well. Swiss beats. Matter of fact, let me break down this song a little bit because I'm not sure about you, but a lot of people probably don't realize, and this is something I realized immediately when I seen the track list. Drake made the song the motto, "You Only Live Once," early on in his career, and then I seen "You Only Live Twice," and before the features came out of like who's gonna be on what song, I'm like, I feel like Lil Wayne was gonna be on this song because Lil Wayne was on the motto. And then another guy was like, actually, he feel like Ross is gonna be on this song, and it came out. We were both right. So it kind of like tied back into it, and then he did it over the Fancy sample. So it was like Fancy, the motto, brought it back, put Drake and Wayne on there, and Swizz Beatz caught some bars because, I guess there was a situation real quick. They went back through it. Busta and Swizz were talking, and Swizz wasn't liking that Drake and Busta had a song that never came out. And he started throwing shots at Drake and, was talking big like, he didn't like Drake. And he kind of tried to recant what he was saying the next day and whatnot. I guess blaming it on him being drunk. And Drake's crew and his camp wasn't going from that from the jump. And Drake clearly, wasn't messing with it, saying that you try to cloud it up like we family, like we cool. But clearly you don't like me. And that day you sounded like a bitch. So.
Oh, you sassy, huh?
And yeah, but I like that song. Number 19, I Miss You Too, featuring Kid Cudi or IMY2. What are your thoughts on that, number 19?
One of my least listened to songs. I listened to it like 2-3 times and I didn't really care for it, so I stopped listening to it.
It's a cool track. I feel like I would have liked this better in 2014, 2013, 2012, when Kid Cudi was more relevant musically. Because I wasn't say I was a Kid Cudi fan, but I definitely used to, bump to Kid Cudi. And to this day, there's a few songs that I like by him that if it comes on, I'm definitely going to let it ride out. But Kid Cudi and Drake piece it up, so I guess it's cool to see that reunion, but it's not a track that, blows me away. Just a cool, smooth track. Like I said, I feel like I would have liked it years back. Number 20, Fucking Fans. How do you feel about that?
That's, out of all the songs on this album, that's the only song that grew on me.
Yeah.
That's the only song that grew on me. Every other song that the same take I had the first time I listened to it, I have the same take now. But it maybe grows like girls. I liked it from the very first time, but I'm trying to like it way more. But Fucking Fans, I did not like it at first, and it grew on me. It grew on me, and it's one of the songs I listen to more.
Once again, it's like this toxic Drake, like that we've been seeing throughout the album of repetitiveness about when he's singing, you know, having a girl at home, but he's out fucking fans, and him realizing that he shouldn't have been doing that, and you know, him seeing that she's moved on with another guy and things of that nature. Yeah, just that same repetitive just feel. I like number 20, cool track. Yeah, cool track. I like it. And then we get into the last track, the outro, 21, The Remorse. How do you feel about that one right there?
Typical Drake outros. One thing you can always know, Drake intros and his outros are always gonna be slaps. That's why it was a really good outro. It just never. It's not like
it didn't move the needle for you.
Yeah, I didn't go crazy because that's what Drake do. I expected that. You feel me? I ain't. Once again, like you said earlier, that's probably like punishing him for doing his job. Because being that I know Drake gonna come through, you know, it's straight. I really like it, but there's nothing crazy.
I like this. I like this a lot. Like you said, you know what you have expectation for Drake intros and outros, and I feel like he did his job. Yeah, I really like this song. It's a few lines in there that kind of, you know, wraps it up, and he says like certified lover boy. He's not the type for cuddling and thing. Kind of, so it just brings it back around with the whole album. It's not what people expected with, you know, the certified lover boy. It's actually Drake saying that he likes being single. He was talking about that in this song. He doesn't see himself getting married. Nigga blames his chubby fingers from not being able to want to put a wedding ring on it unless Kawhi want to win another ring for Toronto. So like, it just, you know, brings it back up. He talks about his team, how they all play a pivotal role, you know, from Mark packing the luggage and having to double back when they forget stuff to, you know, just different things. He just, you know, get into his life a bit. So I definitely like this song, and that wraps it up with Certified Lover Boy.
All right, I'm giving you my take on the album. All right,
because you said you wanted to save Lotto 42 and TSU for the end. So
all right, so boom, Lotto 42 and TSU shouldn't have been on the album. Shouldn't have been. Good songs, but Drake, you haven't given us an album. And Scorpion was 2 years ago. I understand that, but Scorpion was an album for us.
Scorpion came out
2018.
in 2018?
Yeah.
So that's 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years ago. That album wasn't really, it was for the fans, but it was really a response to Kanye. So you haven't really given us an album in through. So if I'm saying what I'm saying, in 5 years, right? I don't want to hear no leaks on the album. I want to hear a totally new song. Like Drake, you and your camp is aware enough of everything that's going on. You know those songs are leaked. I don't want to hear those songs.
And you know the moment they're leaked.
You know the moment they're leaked. You know, only song I wanted to hear on the album that I heard already was Fair Trade because he put it out on his social media. That was a little snippet, whatever. I like that song. I want to hear it. I didn't want to hear those two songs on the album, even though they were good songs. And those are some of my favorite songs. I don't want to hear Not Around. I've been hearing it since last year. So I didn't want to hear that. In totality, this album was a good album. It's just not the album I thought I was going to get. When I first heard the Certified Lover Boy title, I didn't think... First of all, anybody that say Drake makes synth music, if you don't listen to Drake doesn't make synth music. If anything, he made the contrary to synth music. He just sings a lot. But Drake, he's not talking about falling in love. Well, he is.
He does, but
it's not like he's simping over females or he's like this...
He does have those tracks, but that's not the majority of Drake's singing tracks.
Yeah, so when I heard Certified Lover Boy, I already knew... In my back of the mind, I think I told you, I'm like, this is going to be a rap album. Which it was a rap album. But
different.
I've heard this Drake before.
Yeah.
There's nothing new from Drake. When I was like, I'm listening to people say, oh, damn, this making realize Drake can spit. I'm like, it's either you wasn't listening in the first place. Bro, this is the same Drake we've been getting since nothing was the same. Nothing changed. I heard some people like, I miss the old Drake. This is the old Drake. Now, to your credit, you said he found a way to make old stuff sound refreshed. And I totally agree. That's why I say he got a thesaurus. But this is nothing I haven't heard before. This is not the album I thought I was going to get. Another thing, too much features. I don't want to hear Drake on it. Drake need to adopt the Jay-Z approach. Jay-Z going to have Rick Ross on his album. Jay-Z, to be honest, only...
Rick Ross, Jeezy.
He had J. Cole on one album.
Made some Kanye.
His last album had no features. I need an album with Drake.
By the way, I would love to hear a Drake on a Jay-Z album. But go ahead.
Yeah, I would love to too. But Jay-Z don't put a lot of people. If he gonna put somebody on your album, it should be Drake.
I don't think he has a problem with it.
No, yeah,
he definitely don't have a problem with it.
But Drake, I mean, Jay-Z have those recurring people that he always put on his album. Besides the last one who had no features, Drake need to take the same approach. I don't want to hear 21 Savage on the album. I don't want to hear Lil Durk on the album. Lil Baby had one of the best versions on the album. I don't want to hear Lil Baby on the album.
If you're gonna put Little Baby on it, I need bars up track. Don't just throw Little Baby on there for laughs and giggles.
I don't want to hear Lil Baby on your album. If you're gonna give me the Weekends, the Party Next Doors, even though I don't really like Party Next Door Drake songs like that. I mean, actually, there's a couple. I don't like his album cuts. If you're gonna give me that, okay, cool. You're gonna give me Ross, okay, cool. Even though I think this is the second time Ross been on a Drake project album, so I like the Ross.
If you're gonna put Ross on and make it be one of y'all signature songs,
Jay-Z, you can give me Jay-Z every time an album drop. I'll take Jay-Z, but I don't want to hear like the 21s and stuff. That's number one. That's number two. Number three, Drake. I saw you this off camera. I think what made Drake last over 10 years in this game on top is the same thing holding him back. I don't want to hear Wagwan Drake. I don't want to hear Tim's. I don't want to hear that. Give us a bar. You know what the fans want to hear, bro. You know what the fans want to hear. Just give it to us. Give us a album, 13, 14 songs, just bars. Spitting with you and the mic and OVO. And you singing. You can sing your own hooks. I don't care. If you want to sing, sing it. But I don't want to hear no Tim's. I don't want to hear Ty Dolla $ign on your shit. I really don't want to hear Party Next Door on your shit. Just give us a rap album, bro. Matter of fact, drop it next year. Because this album didn't suffice for me. This is a good album. Because at first, when I was explaining the album, I feel like you thought I didn't like the album. I like the album. I heard it before. It's not nothing special. That's why I was so confused when people be like, Drake is really, yeah, he's barring up. But if you was listening from 2013, you heard it before. That's all I'm saying. So don't act like this is the one that opened your motherfucking eye. Your eyes been open. You just trying to keep it shut. So that's what I'm saying. This album is a cool album. I like it. I'm gonna keep listening to it. But it's not what I expected. It's not. Drake, you don't have a classic. I just want to let you know that. You don't have a classic. So stop making bullshit albums. You don't have a classic.
Don't stop bullshitting us.
Yeah, you don't have a classic. You can't just coast through life right now. You don't have a classic. You swear you Jay-Z. You think you and Jay-Z. But really, you're not above Kanye. Kanye have 4 classics. Yeah. Some people say he got 5 classics.
If you keeping it real.
You're not above Kanye as far as like album
bodies of work.
To be honest, you're not above J. Cole. You're not above Kendrick. They have certified classics. You don't have a certified classic. I
mean, you gotta clarify that. You can't just say that.
Let me say that.
Yeah.
I like your album better than I like, because Kendrick gave us that bullshit. Butterflies that walk the playground. That shit was trash. J. Cole last album didn't really do it for me either. He was barring up on that album, but he's another one. I mean, I don't want to give no J. Cole tape, but he's another one that didn't give me the album I thought I was gonna get. But he was barring up. Okay, that's cool, whatever. But J. Cole got a classic, Bonafide. Everybody knows Forest Hill is his classic. Kendrick had a classic.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City. Bonafide classic. Wale, who's in your class, also has a classic. And I said it earlier. I don't know.
The album about nothing.
Album about nothing. You don't have that classic. Some people say it's Take Care. Some people say it's Nothing Was the Same. Me personally, I think Nothing Was the Same is a classic. I like Take Care too, though.
Both albums that you can listen to.
Yes.
Forever.
And that's why Drake is getting me mad. Before Drake even announced his album as Certified Lover Boy, he said this album is going to be received as just the same way as Nothing Was the Same. So you know this ain't no fucking classic. Yeah. Well, even though I think Nothing Was the Same was a classic. But you know it's not going to be.
But he said that like 2 years ago.
You know it's not going to be a widely received. Just give us what we want.
But that means he had a blueprint of where he wanted this album to be from the jump.
That's fine, but Drake got to drop next year. I
wouldn't be surprised if he does, though. It's going to be towards the end of next year.
Yeah, Drake has to drop next year because this is, like I said, this is a good album. It's just not what we expected. And you keep talking about this Jay-Z talk. If Drake dropped one classic, Bonafide, everybody say this is a classic.
It catapults him up there.
You over Kanye. Because you've been on top for 10 years straight. Now, Kanye had been in the game. Jay-Z was always in the game.
It's a difference between longevity and running shit. Drake's been running shit for 10 years. He hasn't just been staying afloat doing good. He's been running, having his foot on the game, on their neck for 10 years. Like he said in this album, when I said see y'all at the top, like y'all didn't understand what I'm saying. Like I'm seeing y'all at the top, but y'all not there with me. Like
we're not at the top, but I see you.
And he's saying stuff like I'm looking at you guys from the top. Like so, he's been reigning supreme. But when it comes to his bodies of work, he can't be in the same conversation with Kanye. He can't be in the same conversation as Jay-Z because their bodies of work, you can't argue with certain albums. They're classics. They're timeless bodies of work.
Jay-Z have maybe 3-4 classics. Kanye have 4. Some people say 5 back to back. I say 4.
Yeah.
So you're not in the same realm as them as much as you think. Now, as far as a run, your run is unprecedented. I don't think nobody ever gonna do it like you did. That's that. But you're not to the point where you could just cool in, coach. You don't have that. So give us a classic. Give me my classic. That's all I want. That's all I want. And then, like I said, for all the people that's where Drake is giving us something they never heard before, shut the fuck up. Because you was one of the motherfuckers that kept saying, Drake makes synth music. Drake makes synth. No, Drake don't make synth music. He make the same music he's been making since nothing was the same. Same fucking music. I can't even say I want old Drake back. Because I've been getting old Drake for the last 8 years. That's all I got to say about this album. But good album, though. Just give me my classic. Next year.
And as far as his albums go, you have, because Drake has 5 actual albums.
What, do I rank them?
Yeah. This would be number 4?
I have Nothing Was the Same, number 1. Take Care, number 2. Thank Me Later, this is number 4.
Number 4, and then Scorpion number 5.
Oh, no, because I like Views. Scorpion number 5.
Hold on. No.
Scorpion not on my list. Scorpion. All right, so you got
Hold on. Nothing But the Same. Take Care.
Take Care. Views,
number 3. Because you were saying Thank Me Later, number 3.
I like Thank Me Later, but Views, like you said, is the matured version of Thank Me Later.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to put Views number 3. So this one is fighting for 4 and 5 between Thank Me Later and this one.
Yeah.
Drake.
It shouldn't be fighting.
It shouldn't be fighting, bro. That's all I'm saying. This album should not be fighting.
Yeah.
Good album, not what I wanted.
Okay. So I'll do my rankings. Nothing Was the Same, Take Care. Now, Views was number 3 for me. Views been number 3 for me. But what I don't like about Views is it's no really bars on that track. Like it's not too much rapping. It's Drake rapping on it, but it's not bars.
Yeah.
It's just verses that hit you, because it's like a very in your feelings type of album. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, and he said that Views is actually his favorite album from Drake.
Yeah.
And I said, I thought about it, I'm like, because you like when Drake sings more. This nigga loves when Drake sings more than when he raps. So I understand that, but with me, with Certified Lover Boy, he's kind of like back to, because Scorpion. Scorpion wasn't a bad album.
What was it?
It's just like, it was, when people be like very mid Drake, like that's the definition of mid Drake for me. Like, it's the songs on there I like.
Is that Drake's worst album?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm being honest with you.
It might be towards like one of his worst projects.
So Thank Me Later and this album is fighting for 4 and 5. So whichever one is at 4 and 5.
Yeah, for you, it's 4 and 5.
Scorpion is 5 spots below that.
Yeah.
This is Drake. I don't care what album you drop after this album. It could be, you could be singing all Tim songs on this fucking album. On Fountain, whatever that shit.
You better
called.
not deliver worse than Scorpion.
Do not do worse than Scorpion. That's Drake. Delete that shit from your catalog. Just say just delete it. That album was not a good album. It was not an album.
It has its highlight to me. March 14th, Emotionalist. It has Mob Ties, Can Take a Joke. Those are great, cool songs. And it has Jaded and Peak and Final Fantasy. Like
you could have dropped all those shit in like a dark demo tape type of style, and I would have received it the same way. You didn't have to put it in the album.
No. The other songs he didn't have to put in. Those albums are actually good songs.
What you talking about? The part A?
A few songs in part A, March 14th, Final Fantasy, Jaded, Pink. Those are good songs. It still wouldn't have been the album I was looking for from Drake, but those were good songs. But the double album, you got I'm Upset, which is cool. Could have threw that out. Yeah, but you could throw that out the way. And then you got, the Ratchet Happy Birthdays. Yeah, make shit up. You could throw that out the way. You could have threw After Dark was cool.
No, but you can't throw that out the way because the people the 8 out of 10.
He could have tried the other single. the single.
They would have nothing to listen to.
That's like a Tootsie Slide. That's
okay.
You feel me? Anyways, but yeah, CLB for me, I think I'm digesting it, but it's feeling like it's gonna be around in the 3rd ballpark range, just because of Views. I like Views once again. No problem with Views. Me and Views pretty cool.
Views at the time when it came out, it under-delivered, but it grows.
It grew, but it wasn't enough like rap for me. He had it on there, but it was no 7 a.m. and Brittle. But yeah, so yeah, CLB for me probably was number 3. But I agree with Mega. Nothing blown away. Nothing that we haven't heard from Drake. But like I was saying, it's like 10 years into the game, you feel me? The subject matter didn't really change, even though it was a bit different.
Oh, sorry to cut you off. That was one of my main parts. Drake, too much things happened last year. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to hear Drake talk about the killings and all that because y'all motherfucking people, some fake ass motherfuckers. If Drake talk about it, why you talking about this?
When he does talk about it.
You're from Canada, what you know about
or you just trying to do that for the
exactly. When Drake don't talk, y'all want to hear Kendrick create butterfly that pimp walk all the fucking time. Bro, but when Drake do it, y'all just talking about, he whatever. When he don't do it, I'll be like, all you talk about is this, all you talk about that. So I don't blame Drake for not talking about the shit. But Drake, last time we heard, you had a kid. You mentioned that you and your baby mama is doing better now. Okay, cool. Can you expound more on that? Like, can we hear like a March 14 about how that's going on? How's your kid?
We see Adonis growing up. Talk about that a little bit more.
Adonis? Well, he's attracted, basketball. We see him playing basketball. Also, I want to hear more about, how can I say this? I want to hear more about the journey that you went on throughout your career. Yeah. Certified Lover Boy, you've been in multiple beefs, you've been in multiple relationships. Can you don't got a name drop. You don't got a name drop. Even though if you do, I wouldn't be mad. Because are you talking about Rihanna and A$AP Rocky? But whatever, cool. But you could be more, it's Certified Lover Boy. Bring me more into, because we know you toxic. But like, why you so forgiving to Kanye? Why are you always going back and forth with Kanye? Instead of
even the song with Jay-Z, he called it Love All because it's like, he's kind of like talking about his big heart, about like how people he's falling out with, it's like he still got love for them.
Expound on that though. Yeah. You feel me? Like Certified Lover Boy. I didn't really expect for you to be on your simp shit, but I definitely expect for you to go more into details. Like people that you're falling out with. Shit. I want to know about the girl that you mentioned in Views that sold your secrets for. I will sell your secrets back to you. Like, give me more of that shit. Certified Lover Boy. That's what I want to hear. I didn't want to hear 21 Savage on your shit. You feel me? I didn't want to hear that. So that's my main thing with this project. Like I said, I don't want to make it seem I don't like the project. I do like the project. I'm gonna continue listening to the project. This project is not a grow on me type of project because every song that I like when I first into the project is songs I like now, but it just didn't deliver what I thought it was gonna deliver. And it's not no knock to Drake. No, it is because you know what the fans want to hear. You know what the fans
and it's one of the things like we were saying. He's kind of his own worst enemy because he's doing what knows like people, the masses are gonna like, I guess, because we're not gonna be mad at this project, but we want what he know what we want. We want the classic, the bona fide classic. We know we're not gonna get a pure 100% rap album. That's fine, but give us the bars. Give us majority bars. Do your singing and blase blase.
I don't have no expectations for his next project because I learned from this project and really Views too. The Views is really when I started learning my lesson, but whatever. But I do think the reception that he get from this project, how people received it, he gonna realize that people don't really care about the Wagwan and all that shit. People don't really care about it. Even though we want to hear you sing, but people don't really care about that shit.
Hopefully he's done. Hopefully he's done with that era when it comes to his album.
Yeah, exactly. The whole you gave the people a whole album.
Actually, with Scorpion, he didn't really do it.
He didn't because that was a Response album. He had no chance to do it.
And this time he did it one time.
He did it one time, bro. I hope this album you see that people really want to hear you spit. People don't want to hear you not like the song. Nobody want to hear about you being too sexy for whatever. You feel me? So, hey man, great album. I like it. I think you want to compare Donda in this album.
Yeah, then we're gonna wrap it off and not really compare. I mean, if you however you want to compare, but just say like which album we like better and our takeaways and from there. So, how you feeling about Donda versus CLB?
When this album first came out, I liked Donda better. I mean, honestly, I might still like Donda better. Because like I said, Donda take you on an adventure. One thing I didn't like about this album, and I think because I heard it more and more now, it doesn't appear as loud to me. This album was very flat. It was very like monotone. But now the more I listen to it, it doesn't appear as loud